Boom. What's up, you guys? It's Royce Jacob, and welcome back to the channel. It looks to me like the Nvidia moment we've been expecting for Palantir has officially come. Palantir stock rallied 11% today. We're going to talk about why this happened. We're going to take a look at Palantir on the charts, and I want to talk to you about how much further, I should say, I think this hype cycle or hype rally can take Palantir in the month of November. And I want to talk about potential pullback targets as well in the case that you want to shark up more stock or call options. But before we dive into any of that, I want to first congratulate you guys who have ridden this wave with us. We called for the Nvidia moment over a month ago. We've been talking about Palantir for months here, successfully trading it within the Waves portfolio for most of 2024. And if you were on board with us, I just want to congratulate you because this is by far the best trade of our year. We've had some good ones. This is the best, and it's likely to continue being the best as we head into 2025. And these are really those trades that provide those life-changing gains. You only need one of these a year to really make a difference and potentially make your career, especially if you're starting out. So if this is you, if you've been riding with us in the Waves portfolio, in my complete portfolio newsletter group, even in the members-only YouTube videos, which we've been covering Palantir a lot in, congrats. It's been a great week and a great couple of weeks, even a great couple of months. So amazing times in front of us. Just to get the elephant in the room out of the way, I did keep one of the original Palantir contracts. It's crazy to think of how far this has come in just 11 days. One of the first Palantir contracts in the initial position, the initial call position on Palantir prior to altering them as time went on over the past week or two. When stocks break beyond the strike prices on my contracts, I will typically alter them. But in this case, because we had such a runner, I wanted to keep at least one contract. I kept just this one Palantir contract to see how far it would climb. And in this case, we rallied 4,300%. That is nearly a 50x, like a 45x, 44x to be exact. It's a 44x on our initial investment. Now, did the initial amount of money I put into Palantir 45x? No, because I've taken profits on the way, and I hope that you guys have too. And that's really the primary focus of this video. Not the primary focus, got a little alfalfa. Not the primary focus, but something that I want to make very, very clear. If you have been riding this wave with us, then please freaking take profits. Okay, take some profits. We'll get into the technicals. We'll get into potential price targets and how much further we can climb. But please, for the love of God, if you got in this early with us, or even if you got in 2 or 3 days ago, take some profits. I literally have friends who bought contracts yesterday, and I told, sell 25% of your call position today. Lock in profits, you guys, especially when it comes to these hype stocks. You don't want to get greedy. Getting greedy will bite you in the ass, and getting greedy will break your career if you just made it. Okay, so please, for dear baby Jesus, please take some profits and lock in those gains, you guys. It's not officially a win until you can spend those percentage gains you see in your brokerage accounts. So lock in some profits and buy your families something nice, buy your loved ones something great, buy something for yourself too. You deserve it. That being said, I will also address the ugly sweater that I chose to wear that gets uglier and douchier by the year. But I figured that this was the most appropriate thing to wear for this hype cycle and locking in profits. So cheers, you guys. All that said, let's get into it. If you guys do want to join Waves Capital, if you want to become a member of my complete portfolio, daily trade alerts, email newsletter group every day. This is every trading day. It's the first link in the description of this video. Appreciate it if you join. Welcome to the team. If so, as always, if you are riding with us, testimonials, comments downstairs really help a lot. And I appreciate you guys. Let's keep these waves coming. Let's keep the ride alive. Okay, so why did Palantir rock today? Let's kick it off with the fundamentals. Even more good fundamentals to add just to the list of bullish things going on with Palantir. And then we'll dive into the charts and talk about what's going on here. Okay, so shares of data mining and analytics company Palantir jumped 9.6%, even more than that at close. In the morning session, after the company announced plans to transfer its stock exchange listing from the New York Stock Exchange to the NASDAQ Stock Exchange, Palantir expects to begin trading on the NASDAQ starting November 26th. The stock's positive reaction suggests that investors anticipate the NASDAQ listing will attract more technology-focused funds, potentially increasing demand for Palantir shares. NASDAQ is often preferred by tech investors due to its concentration of technology, tech companies, which may enhance Palantir's visibility and appeal within this sector. Okay, so Palantir was recently welcomed into the S&P 500, the 500 largest, most significant companies within the United States. The NASDAQ is pretty much that. The NASDAQ is pretty much that, but for tech stocks. So this is a big deal. But if I'm being completely honest, I think that, volume has been so strong. Hype is so real. On top of that, most other names did ultimately pull back today. And we can see clearly that Palantir and Tesla, Coinbase as well, significantly outperformed the greater markets, because this is, in my opinion, the Trump trade, and I feel like this is pretty objectively true. The Trump trade, the red wave trade, regaining its legs after a short-term correction and really hitting that second wave that we know so well and love so much here at Waves Capital. Okay, so forgive my voice, you guys. I'm a little sick, but I had to make this video. Palantir is looking freaking great. How far do I think Palantir can climb? What is my price target for Palantir? It's right there. It's in front of us. It's $80. It's the same as it was in the last video. Again, you guys, I can't make this clear enough. This video, which is also why it's not a members only video, is because it's a PSA to take some goddamn profits. Just lock in some profits. I'll keep saying it. I'll let go of myself. I'll say it ad nauseum. Take some profits on the way up. My target is $80. This price range and date range, 23 days, 100%. It was actually 120%. But conservatively, I'm going to go 100% from the base of the rally, or the base of what I would deem to be the second wave, is because this is what Bitcoin did back in 2020. Okay, I'm just taking previous hype cycles, and although history is never guaranteed to repeat itself, history does tend to rhyme. Therefore, I'm taking prior hype cycles and prior trends that I've seen in those hype cycles and mirroring them to Palantir. Because again, once this hits, it's not fundamentals. It's not, the forward PE of Palantir, which is getting obnoxiously high. What is it right now? It's 300. There's no way to rationalize that. There's no way to validate that from a reasonable perspective, reasonable, rational financial perspective. This is hype. This is excitement. That's what we're seeing here in the volume. We saw 150 million shares traded today, nearly 3x average volume, which is already high. So this is a hype cycle. This is what a hype cycle looks like. If you guys are trading through this, remember what's going on here. Take notes for the next time we experience this. If you've been around here at Waves Capital for a while, you would know that we've experienced many of these in the past. This is exactly what we look for. This is what we live for. And it's incredibly validating to see this coming to fruition, because we have been calling for exactly this for a month or so. Okay, so my final profit target in the short term by the end of the month of November for Palantir is $80. If we do see that, I'll sell 90+% of my position, may keep a few contracts on board just in case we continue to rip higher, which is always possible. But ultimately, $80 is my personal price target. You do you. Take profits where you please, but please just skim some profits along the way. At least make sure you're breaking even and you're playing with house money if we do keep ripping, okay? Or if we pull back, and at least if your contracts go to zero, if you're holding stock, you're good. If your contracts go to zero, at least you didn't lose money, okay? That's a big thing, especially if you're trading options like we are at Waves Cap, okay? So pull back. If we do pull back, I wouldn't be surprised to see us pull back to retest this line of broken resistance as new support. If you watched my recent Mara Bitcoin video, you would know that this is probably one of the most effective stick figure trend lines in the game. Is a broken line of resistance as new support, and vice versa. Broken support becomes new resistance, especially when it's a significant line of resistance or support. In this case, it was a significant line of resistance on an ascending channel. I do think this will come into play as new support at some time. Maybe Palantir reaches $80 first. Maybe we pull back tomorrow or Monday, I guess. But at some point, I do think this will be retested. So just make sure you take some profits before we do, whether it's in a week, 2 weeks, a month, maybe it's in a year, who knows. But please, you guys, take profits on the way up. get excited about what potentially is to come. And again, buy your loved ones something nice. Happy holidays, you guys. This came perfectly in time for gift giving season, and Palantir really is the gift that keeps on giving. So once again, if you do want to join Waves Cap, it's the first link in the description of this video. And let's ride, baby. Appreciate you guys watching. Talk to me in the comments downstairs. Always love chopping it up with you guys. And until next time, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.